Stop! Before you pour that oil, 75% of you are using the wrong viscosity. 20, 30, 40. One of these will make your engine last forever. The others? A ticking time bomb. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. What the numbers actually mean? Let's decode this right now. Take 5W-30. 2 numbers, 1 letter. The W stands for winter. This is multi-grade oil. It acts differently when cold versus hot. First number, 5W, is cold temperature performance, tested at -35 degrees Celsius. Lower number equals better flow in freezing temps. 0W flows like water. 5W flows like cold maple syrup. 10 watts flows like honey. Second number, 30, is hot temperature thickness at 100 degrees Celsius, your engine's operating temp on the highway. Higher number means thicker oil when hot. 20 is thin. 40 is thick, 30 is right in the middle. Here's what matters. 0W-20 flows amazing when cold, but stays thin when hot. 5W-40 flows great when cold and stays thick for maximum protection when hot. 5W-30 is the compromise between both extremes. But here's the million-dollar question. Which one does your engine actually need? Because using the wrong one isn't just about performance. It's about whether your engine lasts 150,000 miles or 350,000 miles. And that starts with understanding the single most dangerous moment in your engine's life. The cold start truth. Listen to this. 75% of all engine wear happens in the first 60 seconds after a cold start. 3/4 of your engine's entire lifetime wear in under 1 minute. Here's why. When your car sits overnight, oil drains into the pan. Your bearings, camshaft, turbo, they're sitting there basically dry. You turn the key. Metal parts start spinning at thousands of RPM before oil pressure builds up. Metal on metal. Grinding. Wearing. Dying. This is where that first number saves your engine. At 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 0W oil flows twice as fast as 10W. That means oil reaches your critical parts in half the time. Every second without oil, metal particles shearing off, permanent damage accumulating. Real-world test. 2 identical cars, 10 degrees outside. One has 0W-20, one has 10W-30. The 0W-20 car hits full oil pressure in 3 seconds. The 10W-30 car? 7 seconds. That's 4 extra seconds of your engine eating itself alive. But here's the catch. This only matters in cold climates. Live in Florida where it never drops below 50? The difference between 0W and 5W is completely meaningless. The oil's already flowing perfectly. Quick rule, below 20 degrees regularly, go 0W. Between 20 and 40, 5W works perfect. Above 40 year-round, doesn't matter. But cold starts are only half the battle, because once your engine heats up, everything changes. And this is where people make the most expensive mistakes. High heat protection. Your engine's warmed up, coolant's at 200 degrees, but your oil? In the hottest spots, top piston ring, turbo bearings, it's hitting 280, even 300 degrees. At these temps, oil gets thin, really thin. Here's the difference. 20 weight oil when hot is like warm water. 40 weight is like motor oil. One creates a thick protective film between metal parts. The other, not so much. Think of it like this. You've got 2 metal surfaces sliding against each other at insane speeds. Oil creates a microscopic cushion. Thicker cushion equals less wear. But, and this is huge, thicker isn't always better. Gentle driving, highway cruising, 20 weight is totally fine. The oil film holds because you're not stressing the engine. But aggressive driving, towing a trailer, turbo engine under boost? That's when cylinder pressures skyrocket. Forces trying to squeeze that oil out from between parts multiply. Perfect example, Ford's EcoBoost V6. Normal driving, 5W-30. Towing heavy loads? Ford says you can run 5W-40. Why? Because that turbo and those pistons need the extra protection under stress. European performance cars? BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, they almost all specify 0W-40 or 5W-40. High compression, turbos, designed to be driven hard. They know 20 weight would get crushed under pressure. Your driving style determines what you need. Commuter car, easy driving, 20 or 30. Performance driving, towing, turbo, you want 30 or 40. And this brings us to the most controversial part of this whole conversation, what your owner's manual says versus what's actually best for longevity. The manufacturer's secret. Your manual says 0W-20. Use it. But let me tell you why they recommend what they do, because it might shock you. CAFE standards, corporate average fuel economy, government regulations that force manufacturers to hit certain MPG targets or face hundreds of millions in fines. Every tenth of an MPG counts. Thinner oil creates less friction. Less friction equals better fuel economy. Better fuel economy equals lower fines. So manufacturers have enormous financial pressure to specify the thinnest possible oil. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Are they optimizing for maximum engine lifespan, or are they optimizing for warranty survival plus best MPG numbers? Most warranties are 5 years, 60,000 miles. Does it matter to the manufacturer if your engine lasts 200,000 or 350,000? Not financially. Independent oil analysis labs have reported higher wear metals in engines running 0W-20 versus 5W-30, especially in engines driven hard or used for towing. Mechanics who work on ultra-high mileage vehicles, 300,000 plus miles, often report less wear in engines that used slightly thicker oil. But massive warning, under warranty, use exactly what the manual says. Use 5W-30 when they say 0W-20, and your engine fails? Warranty denied. You just bought a new engine out of pocket. After warranty expires, that's when you have choices. Many mechanics recommend going one grade thicker on high-mileage engines. 0W-20 becomes 5W-30. 5W-30 becomes 5W-40. Helps maintain oil pressure as clearances increase from wear. The manufacturer spec keeps you legal and covered, but it might not be optimized for maximum longevity. You need to decide what matters more, perfect warranty protection or potential extra engine life. Synthetic versus conventional game changer. Before we crown a winner, we need to talk about synthetic because it changes everything. Conventional oil is refined from crude. It's got inconsistent molecules, impurities, breaks down faster. Synthetic is engineered at the molecular level. Every molecule identical, precisely designed. Real-world difference? Synthetic flows better at all temperatures. It resists heat breakdown way better. It lasts longer between changes. And here's the kicker. A full synthetic 0W-20 can actually protect better than a conventional 5W-30. Test data shows synthetic oil maintains its protective film at extreme temperatures where conventional oil literally falls apart. We're talking 50 to 80% better resistance to thermal breakdown. Price difference? Conventional 5-quart jug runs $15 to $25. Full synthetic runs $25 to $45. Synthetic blend splits the difference at $20 to $35. Here's my take. If you're keeping your car long-term, full synthetic pays for itself. Longer oil change intervals, better protection, potentially thousands saved in avoided engine damage. Short-term lease? Honestly, conventional's probably fine if your manual allows it. But synthetic blend? That's the sweet spot for most people. You get 75 to 80% of synthetic's benefits at maybe 60% of the cost. For daily drivers, that's the smart money play. Now here's something almost nobody talks about: high mileage formulations. Once you cross 75,000 miles, there are oils specifically designed for worn engines. They've got seal conditioners to prevent leaks, extra detergents for deposits, and additives that help maintain oil pressure. If your engine has 150,000 miles and you're still running regular oil, you're missing out on protection designed exactly for your situation. Common mistakes killing engines. Let's talk about the 5 ways people destroy their engines with oil, even when they think they're doing it right. Mistake number 1. Mixing viscosities repeatedly. Topping off 5W-30 with 10W-40 because that's what you had in the garage. Now you've got some Frankenstein blend that's not properly protecting anything. Pick one viscosity and stick with it. Mistake number 2. Using summer weight oil in winter. Straight 30 weight or 40 weight oil in freezing temps. That oil is so thick when cold, it might not even circulate properly on startup. You're grinding metal every single cold start. Mistake number 3. Assuming thicker is always better. You think, more protection, right? Runs 0W-20 in a modern engine designed for 5W-30. Now the oil can't flow through tight clearances. Oil pressure goes crazy high. You're actually starving components and killing fuel economy. Mistake number 4. Ignoring driving conditions. You tow 8,000 pounds every weekend, but run the minimum spec oil because that's what the manual says. Your engine is screaming for thicker oil under that load. Mistake number 5. Extending oil changes too far. Even synthetic has limits. You're running 15,000 miles between changes when they do short trips in cold weather. That oil is cooked, acidic, full of contamination. Change your oil based on your actual driving, not just the maximum interval. Bonus mistake: believing oil additives are magic. That $40 bottle of engine treatment isn't going to undo 100,000 miles of neglect. Good quality oil with proper viscosity beats any additive gimmick every single time. Your engine is a precision machine. Treat it precisely. Use the right oil for your specific situation, not what worked for your buddy's completely different truck. Climate and location factor. Where you live literally changes which oil you should use. Let me break down the geography of oil viscosity. Alaska, Canada, northern states with brutal winters. 0W oils are mandatory. We're talking -20, -30 degree starts. 5W oil at those temps is basically solid. Your starter can barely turn the engine over. 0W-20 or 0W-30 isn't optional, it's survival. Moderate climates. Most of the US. Mild winters, warm summers. 5W is your sweet spot. Cold enough in winter that you want good flow. Hot enough in summer that you want adequate protection. 5W-30 full synthetic dominates this category. Hot climates. Arizona, Texas, Southern California, Florida. Here's where it gets interesting. That first number barely matters because you never see true cold. But summer temps where asphalt hits 150 degrees, you might actually want a 40 weight for that second number. 5W-40 or even 0W-40 makes sense if you're driving hard. But here's what people miss. Elevation matters too. Mountain driving in Colorado? You're under load constantly, climbing grades, engine working hard. Thicker oil makes sense even if the temperature says otherwise. Humidity and dust also play in. Desert environments with constant dust? Your oil is getting contaminated faster. Might want to change it more frequently regardless of viscosity. Stop-and-go city traffic versus highway cruising? City driving is way harder on oil. Constant heat cycles, never fully warming up, more condensation. Highway miles are easy miles for oil. Your location isn't just about picking an oil. It's about understanding the stress environment your engine operates in. Combine climate, driving style, and terrain to make the right choice. The clear winner revealed. All right, moment of truth. After everything we've covered, which oil actually wins? Here's the answer nobody wants to hear. There's no universal winner. But there is a clear winner for each specific situation. Let me break it down. Winner for modern eco-focused cars, 2015 and newer, especially hybrids. 0W-20 if that's what your manual specifies. These engines are designed with tighter tolerances, engineered specifically for thin oil. Fighting it is pointless. Toyota Hybrid, Honda Civic, modern EcoBoost? Use the 0W-20. Winner for versatility and longest engine life. 5W-30 full synthetic is the Goldilocks choice. Works in 90% of gasoline engines. Perfect balance of cold weather flow and hot weather protection. Time tested for literally decades. If your manual says 5W-20 or 5W-30, always choose the 30. Winner for performance, towing, and high-stress use. 5W-40 or 0W-40. Turbocharged performance cars. Anything you tow with regularly. Track driving, spirited mountain driving. European cars almost always specify this range. High-mileage engines that need the extra cushion to maintain oil pressure. Winner for extreme cold climates. 0W-30. You get the brutal cold start protection of 0W with better high-temp protection than 0W-20. Perfect for Canadian winters or Alaska. Winner for budget-conscious daily drivers in moderate climates. 5W-30 synthetic blend. Best bang for your buck. Good protection, reasonable price, works in almost everything. But here's my overall recommendation if I had to pick one. 5W-30 full synthetic. It's the Swiss Army knife of motor oil. Unless your manual specifically requires 0W-20 and you're under warranty, or you're in extreme climates, 5W-30 full synthetic covers more bases than anything else. It flows great in cold weather down to about -30 degrees. It protects well at high temps. It works in everything from 4-cylinder economy cars to V8 trucks. It's proven over millions of miles and decades of use. Your action plan? Let's make this practical. Here's exactly what you should do today. Step 1. Check your owner's manual right now. Find the oil specification page. What does it say? If it lists one viscosity, you're under warranty, stick with it. If it lists a range like 5W-20 or 5W-30, you've got options. Step 2. Evaluate your driving style honestly. Are you gentle or aggressive? Mostly highway or city? Do you tow? Track days? Be real with yourself, because this determines if you can go thicker. Step 3. Check your climate. What's the coldest temperature you see in winter? What's the hottest summer day? This determines if you need 0 watts or if 5 watts is fine, and whether you need the protection of 40 weight. Step 4. Check your mileage. Under 75,000 miles, standard oil is fine. Over 75,000? Consider high mileage formulation. Over 150,000? You probably want one grade thicker than original spec, assuming warranty is expired. Step 5. Decide on synthetic. If keeping the car long-term, go full synthetic. If budget is tight, synthetic blend is still way better than conventional. Only use conventional if you're changing oil very frequently or the car isn't worth much. Here's a quick decision tree. Under warranty, use exact manual spec in full synthetic. Warranty expired, moderate climate, normal driving, 5W-30 full synthetic. Extreme cold, 0W-30. Towing or performance, 5W-40. High mileage, add 1 grade thicker. One last critical point. Whatever oil you choose, change it on schedule. The best oil in the world becomes garbage if you run it 15,000 miles in stop-and-go traffic. Follow severe service intervals if you do short trips, city driving, or towing. That usually means every 5,000 miles, even with synthetic. The oil you choose today determines if your engine becomes a legend or a statistic. Choose based on engineering, not marketing. Choose based on your car, not someone else's opinion. Choose based on how you drive, not how someone thinks you should drive. So there it is, the definitive answer to the 0W-20 versus 5W-30 versus 5W-40 debate. The winner isn't a viscosity. It's understanding your specific needs and matching the oil to your engine, your driving, your climate. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.